Hello guys, welcome back to a show that is not a tech show. It's not very technical, but I do show you how to put things together, take things apart, and make a few repairs in your home and with your vehicle. For newcomers, thank you for stopping by at my channel. Please hit subscribe. I put together videos on how to assemble Ikea furniture, as well as do repairs on your vehicles that you can do yourself, and I do it in a very easy step-by-step process. But anyway, to get to today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Ikea Billy Bookcase. Now, this is a very, very popular bookcase, and I get a lot of questions about does it have to be attached to the wall? How long does it last? And so I wanted to take this time to really take a dive in my experience with these bookcases, and because I've had them for a very long time. I got my first Billy bookcase probably about 10 years ago, and I have about 4 or 5 of them here in my house, and wanted to take you through a little bit about what you can expect from a cheap, inexpensive, but very functional bookcase that you can get from Ikea. So there's actually a lot of different sizes and shapes of the Billy bookcase that you can get. They range from about $50 all the way up to about $300. There's a lot of accessories you can purchase with them as well, which is pretty cool, and really gives you a way to have this bookcase in a lot of different use cases. So this is the Billy bookcase that I recently just purchased this year, and it's the newest model. And it's also the very tall version that I've attached to the wall. And we'll talk about that. And this is my Billy bookcase after 10 years of usage. It's a little on the shorter side, and it's the older version, so it's a little wider on the sides, but it's lasted a long time. Here you can see that the backing has come off of it. I actually don't remember if it fell off or if I just took it off for whatever reason, but one thing that I did notice is that over time the little cam locks, they do get loose, and so what I ended up doing is putting in screws on the top and bottom here to help keep it tight and snug. I didn't paint it or anything, so those screws are pretty visible, but it did help to keep it stable and secure. Without the backing plate, it actually does wobble from side to side a little bit, but it's still pretty solid. Even from brand new, they have a tendency to do that. But otherwise, it's still in pretty good shape. I haven't seen too much wear and tear. All the shelves still have all those little dowel pins intact. This is the old style. I'll show you the new style here in a little bit. But also be careful with some of these holes. Sometimes they can wallow out and become loose if you put too much weight on these things. But this one seems to be intact pretty well. Notice down here at the bottom, I have painted over the plywood color because I put this one on backwards 10 years ago and I never fixed it. And it's splitting a little bit there where I screwed the screws in, but no big deal. It's still pretty solid, still works well. And here's the newer version. You can notice that it definitely is taller, and since it is taller but it's still around about the same thickness as the old one, it really becomes unstable without attaching it to the wall, especially if you're putting it on carpet. So I've actually attached this one to the wall, and you can see that it keeps it pretty stable, and I actually screwed it into a stud that's in the wall, and you can see where it's mounted there. It's really not that bad. It's really easy to do. I have a step-by-step instruction I'll link in the description below, but I would really highly recommend doing that. I've also added doors to this one. You can purchase the Augsburg door assemblies. You can do these solid wood ones, or there's some glass ones as well. Makes it look really nice and really high quality if you want to customize your Billy a little bit. One thing that I really do like what they do with these is that little notch down there at the bottom at the back to compensate for the baseboards if you have any. That way it can go all the way up flush to the wall if you're attaching it to the wall or you're just putting it up against the wall. It makes it look really nice and really even. I don't really need to attach the smaller one to the wall because I move it around a lot, and should stay pretty stable too. You shouldn't see a problem, but if you have a taller one, I really recommend attaching it to the wall so it doesn't tip over and things don't fall off of it. Here's an example of one of the problems I told you might happen is one of these holes might get wallowed out. Even on my brand new one here, I messed up on one of the shelves and it kind of chipped that hole a little bit. You can see this new style pin that holds the shelf up. It's a little bit more stable, a little bit more seamless, and so it doesn't wobble around too much, which is really nice. And another question I do get is how big is the package when I go pick this up from Ikea? It's really going to be as big as the side pieces are, so as long as they are. So if you get one of these shorter ones, this box is going to be as tall as the Billy Bookcase is. But if you get one of these tall ones, you're going to want to make sure you have a lot of space in the room of your car so you can fit the box in, because it's going to be really long. So the Billy Bookcase is actually really good product for your money. I would say that as long as you take care of it, it's going to last you a really long time. And there's a lot of different combinations you can get from Ikea, and you can actually piece different sizes together to really customize the layout of your office or whatever you're using the bookshelf for. The biggest thing that I would say is try not to put heavy things near the top of the Billy Bookcase, especially if you're not going to connect it to the wall, which I highly recommend that you do. Even if you live in an apartment, it's very easy to patch that wall when you're finished with it if you're moving out, especially if you're getting one of the taller ones. Don't be discouraged about screwing it into the wall. A very simple video that you can watch, I will link in the description below, on how to assemble and attach it to the wall so you can feel comfortable knowing you're drilling into the wall, but it's not going to be the end. It's not going to be the end of the world. It's going to be very easy. Thanks again for watching. My name is Joe, and this is Not a Tech Show. Please like and subscribe. I will see you in the comments. Please let me know if you have any questions. I always look forward to reading those comments and giving my best educated guess if it's a difficult question, or if you just need some advice on putting together a piece of furniture. I'm always happy to help. You can also reach me at notatechshow@gmail.com, and I'm more than happy to check and see if I can help you out. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.